about the snow and living in upstate New York. I think it's a really beautiful place. And wow, I don't get to go live very often, but I thought I'd go live and just say hello, see what's going on. I'm on the trail here by my house, just out walking. Wanted to see what you guys are up to. Are you guys out working on a Sunday? Are you out driving? Or taking the day off? Let me know. There you go. What's going on, AJP? How are you? I like to do these walks. Yeah, you're taking the day off too, huh? I like to do these walks to a couple of reasons why. Number one, I need the exercise. Specifically my hips. Oh my God. My hips get so sore from sitting all day as an Uber driver. You can see this is where I live. It's a nice little creek by my house. I'm on this long trail. Pretty nice place. Oh, what's up with my battery? Roxy, good question. Well, I've got three things going on, it sounds like, with my Tesla battery, Roxy. Good news is it's not the big battery. So it could be just the 12-volt battery, so it's like a $240 replacement for my 12-volt battery, something like that. Option number two, which is even cheaper to repair, which it seems like this is the cost or what's going to happen. It's the whatchamacallit, like the wiring. Some of the connectors are kind of just, I drive in the winter and they just kind of get, I don't know, degraded. So they're going to replace a couple of connectors, and that might be less than $100. But the third option, which it may be, is the AC/DC exchange to replace that. And I'm not an electrician, so I don't really know. But basically, because I plug it in at my house and I plug it in at superchargers, over time it just gets wear and tear. And that might be $2,000 to $3,000, but that doesn't seem likely. But nonetheless, when I went out to my car to go drive it, my Tesla, the battery was dead and the car wouldn't even open. It was like you had to like pop something on the hood to pop the hood open and kind of like jump start it that way. I don't know. But cars, especially when you get to like 158,000 miles, they're gonna have problems. I don't feel like it's too big of a deal. We'll see. Let's see who else is out there. Oh yeah, Roxy, I've seen you in your Model Y. Yeah, Roxy, do you talk to Grok all the time? I talk to it all the time. I have like the British lady voice too. There's something about a British accent to an American that sounds really intelligent, right? Let's see here, we got AJP, we got Roxy here. Yeah, I wish I could charge more at home. The problem with me, Roxy, is I don't live near an Uber place. So I have to deadhead at least 50 miles every day. So when I deadhead so much, I tend to want to go out and drive all day. So I'm going to do a 200, 300, maybe 400 mile day. And of course, then I'll supercharge. So so I'll start off the day with a full battery or an 80% battery or something like that. But somewhere along the middle of the day, I'll stop and take a break, get a cup of coffee, and supercharge. Let's see here, who else we got there? So Roxy's still there, right on. Grok. What do you guys do on your day off? That's what I want to know. I've been off for a little while. I could go take my Prius out to Uber, do some Uber Eats, some DoorDash maybe, Lyft, whatever. But honestly, I'm so spoiled by the Tesla. Every time I drive my Prius, and I'm like, I know, it sounds spoiled, and I am spoiled, I guess. But I still want to drive the Prius. And it's great. It's a great car. The Prius is wonderful, but I use FSD so much. Oh my gosh. I use Tesla full self-drive so much that, oh, look, there's a little, see a little, what is that, chipmunk? You see him? It's right there. Oh, there he goes. Nice little place. But I use Tesla FSD so much that I literally forgot how to drive. And I've been driving my Tesla for 28 months, and yeah, like I say, I've put 158,000 miles on that time, and my driving ability has gone down. I kid you not. The first few times I got back in my Prius and drove it, I forgot to hit the brake because I'm so used to one pedal driving that I'm slamming on the brake. And then I can't tell you how many times I've gotten out of the car and forgot to turn it off. Because I'm so used to just grabbing my phone and getting out of the car and the car just locks. Well, obviously with a combustion engine car, you gotta turn it off. And so I totally didn't do that. So let's see what we got here. See who's on here. Chevy, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Tell me where you guys are at, what you guys are doing on your day off, if you're taking the day off. And what do you do on your day off? That's kind of what I want to talk about today. For me, Sunday is a day I like to take off. You know, it's the Sabbath, it's the day of rest. I like to go to church in the morning, go on long walks. I'm out here on the trail. This is by my house, by the way. We're almost getting some leaves on the tree. We got sun. It's not snowing. So I like to go on long walks. As an old man, I like to think it helps my hips out and stuff like that. Let's see here. I'm gonna stop walking and take a read here. Oh, let's see here. Drink a beer and dig in the yard. Dude, Roxy, I tell you, I love that. I got a couple beers back at the house waiting for me. Let's see here. Remember the steering wheel? Oh, FSD is great. Yeah, Ramsey, it's amazing, isn't it? You know what's so funny, Ramsey? That's a really good point. You don't want the passengers knowing you're using FSD. I tell them. I'll say something like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to put the car in autonomous mode, and it's going to drive us there, and you'll be safer, is what I tell the passengers. And they kind of like lean over, and they start to look. And you know how the screen goes full on the Tesla? So as the screen goes full, they're like, wow, I can see everything. And the whole ride becomes like this showcase of the Tesla autonomous mode. What year is my toy? My Tesla is a 2023. I bought it January 2024, brand new. I'm definitely getting a new one soon. I have never used FSD but on someone else's car. Yeah, FSD has changed my life. Let me tell you a little secret to Tesla full self-drive. If you are an Uber Eats person, if you connect your phone to the Tesla app, well, not even Uber Eats, you can do it with a regular Uber, I guess, but every time you get a ride, the Uber app sends the address to the Tesla app, the software, and it changes your address. So it automatically routes me to wherever I'm going. It automatically puts the map in for me. So I never have to think about maps ever again. And so when I pick up the passenger, hit start ride, it automatically puts the address in, and I literally just hit a button, start FSD, and that's how I do most of my rides. I do take over, though, Roxy, Ramsey, and anybody else listening, that I do take over to avoid potholes. There are like school zones that I think FSD does a kind of okay job, but I want to make sure I'm going below the speed limit. Stuff like that. Bad weather, maybe I take over. But for the most part, I let Tesla do the work. It's really nice. I play on The Walking Dead. I look like that guy. I got to get my my bucket hat, right? Or maybe I look like a zombie. Let's see here. Technically, they could deny service if they know that you do commercial work with the vehicle. Yeah, they could. I don't know. I'll take that. A famous actor. You know, here's some other people that people have said I look like. And I'll take this. It doesn't look like it this way, but maybe if I go farther away. Sean Connery. That's the one I want to be like. Um, there's like who's a few other actors that people have told me like I don't know. I think it's just the beard and the bald head. Those two things right there, they go for a lot of different looks. I'll take the Sean Connery one. Donated 1,000. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you. Well, let's see here. Is there a way to turn off track battery percentage when Uber synced Tesla? I don't want it to send my address. I only want to send the address. I don't know. But you know, the good news is about let it sync to your battery percentage is that they're not going to give you any rides that you don't want to take. You know, if I like a super long one. So I like that. This dude is definitely tripping. All the time. All the time. Yo, uncle. How are you, my man? Let's see here. Who's that? Somebody. Let's see here. I can't read it here. You inspired me to think I'm going to try it in the World Cup in Dallas, Houston. Oh, that'd be so much fun. Roxy, you know, you're normally in San Antonio, right? I like to take long trips on Lyft. You can turn off the track battery percentage. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't mind long trips, but most of the time, I like to stay in a very tight little area. So the shorter the trip, the better for me. Do I watch football? Heck yeah, I do. I was watching the Champions League replay of the Bayern Munich Real Madrid match last night. Even though I know who won, that ending was great, so I wanted to rewatch it again. What do you mean American football? I like watching mostly soccer, football. You can keep your hand on the wheel, Roxy, with while it turns. Um, that's how I typically take over too, which is not the best way to take over FSD. You kind of, if you yank the wheel, but it kind of shimmies the car. But if I see a pothole coming up, a lot of times I'll just yank the wheel a little bit and it kind of shimmies the car out of the way. If I could ask God one question, what would it be? If I could ask God one question, what would it be? This is a perfect day to think about it, right? Sunday after church. So we were reading in the book of Proverbs today. Proverbs chapter 1, the verse 7, you know, talking about the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. What would I ask God? There's like trivial things that are really interesting to me. You know, like why is the platypus a certain way and stuff. You know, is there life on other planets? And there's answers that I kind of know, that I believe. Like, does he love me? Am I going to live forever in heaven? And stuff like that. Those are questions. I don't know. I think there are people, loved ones, that I know have passed, or maybe who I'm not sure about their faith. I want to know if they're going to heaven. My children, stuff like that. Oh, great question. All right, let's see here. What country do I support in the FIFA World Cup? Well, the obvious answer would be the USA, because I'm an American. It would be really cool to see America do well in the World Cup. I would like to see another underdog run. I think Morocco, wasn't it Morocco a couple years ago? Or last World Cup was really a lot of fun. I think I would like to see a Korea or Japan, though, do really well. That'd be a lot of fun for me. But obviously, I like all the matches. The World Cup is not as interesting as, you know, club soccer, the Champions League and stuff like that, or Premier League, only because I think it's not as well structured, right? The World Cup, these guys don't play together a lot, so they haven't had a lot of training so they can get to know their rhythm. So it's a little bit more like a defensive kind of soccer. and kick it long, kind of long ball kind of stuff. So it's always exciting to see kind of like really good runs by the non-big teams. So the non-Argentinas, the non-Brazil, Spain's of the world, Germany's. I like to see kind of like the underdogs advance forward. Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for the response. Yeah, downtown San Antonio. Roxy, I used to live out in Shirts near Randolph Air Force Base. My dad was in the Air Force. I went to Clemens High School, Roxy. I have an amazing daughter. What? Who the hell are you? Yeah? It's me, Jereb. Okay. Hey. See your Tefa FSD. I use it. I use the destination mode a little bit. See, I Uber drive in Roxy in such a small place. It's hard for me to imagine what it must be like to drive in a major city like San Antonio or something like that. Because if I turn on destination mode, it only takes 15 minutes to get from one side of Syracuse to the other side of Syracuse. So I just don't really, if I turn on destination mode, like I'll get there. It's not like it's gonna route me anywhere. I have to like turn on like something else. There, see who it says. Roxy says, oh, Michael says, FSD is amazing. I use it 100% of the time driving for Uber and Lyft. Okay. I would like to say I use FSD 100% of the time, but how do you find, now I love to start the trip with FSD because I find myself like pulling over to pick up a passenger. And there's a lot of things happening when you pick up a passenger, right? The passenger's getting in the car. You're trying to identify who they are. Typically, sometimes you're stopping on the side of like a busier road and you might be blocking traffic or something like that. And so I like to turn on FSD to start the ride because I feel like it's safer than me trying to look over my shoulder and make sure I got everything. It just feels safer that way. But FSD to drop the passenger off, I don't know, because like sometimes I need to pull into a driveway, sometimes I need to go to the other side of the road. There's a lot of options to like drop off a passenger. And so, yeah. See here. Michael is, oh my gosh, 11-year driver. Jeez. So what was that? 2015. I started driving in 2020. COVID. That's when I started. I'm a COVID Uber baby. Actually, I started Uber driving February 21st. That's my first time I did a shift picking up passengers. February 21st of 2020. And like the shutdowns and lockdowns happened in March, right? It's like a month or so later, the world had changed. Yeah, the World Cup is about making money. Yep. Oh man, I can only imagine what it's gonna be like. Oh, so Roxy, you ended up there also, all right. Yeah, so I didn't graduate from high school in San Antonio, but I did go to, like I say, high school in San Antonio. It's a long time ago, though. I graduated high school in 1993, so a long time ago. And you normally you take over FSC. That makes sense. I appreciate it. That's good. So, okay, I know the YouTube channel and the brand, Tip You in the App, I think a lot of you guys think it's a lot about Uber driving, and I think it is. But I don't know. You guys notice that my channel's a little bit more than just Uber driving? I hope you do. I don't know. There's so many like tips and tricks kind of things. Oh, crossing the road here. I don't know. I think there's so many Uber driver, rideshare, gig work type of channels that talk about, how to manipulate the app or how to make money. And I think I like my channel and the brand that I'm working more toward, like the heart of being an Uber driver, the lifestyle of it, the story experiences. What I found. Tell me if you think this makes any sense. I think Uber driving, taxi driving, DoorDash, whatever, it's a very lonely job. And when I mean lonely, I mean you have friends, you have family. But in terms of a profession, like Uber doesn't care about us, right? So we don't work for Uber, we don't work for Lyft, anything like that. Um, that's where all my kids go to school, right there. But well, they did. Now, my granddaughter goes to school there. Uh, so when I say it's lonely, you also have to think like your fellow drivers see you as competition, right? They don't like if you're out and about and you see other drivers, you kind of feel like they're killing your surge. If there is a surge. So, but yet we're around people all day. Strangers getting in and out of our car the whole time. Some of them like to, whatever. But so when I think it's a lonely job, it's like there's no real ability for us just to connect on a more human level with the drivers. So that's what I think about Uber. Let's see here. Let's look at some of these comments we got here. Thanks for everyone's tips. Yeah, I started in 2015, but full-time 8 years ago. BTS, that'd be awesome. My wife loves everything Korea. Yeah. My wife is definitely in the BTS army. Roxy, you're from Tennessee. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. I know why, Michael. I think I know why your passengers tip 1 penny. They're trying to tip you $1, and they hit 1 and don't realize they have to go 0, 0. I don't think that there's anything more to it than that. You probably earned $1 in their mind, and that's just the way it goes. They just made a mistake. Wow, there's like 8, 10 of you out there. So does that make sense that Uber is a lonely job? Like you meet all these people throughout the day, and they're all having these experiences. You're not part of these experiences. And you've got no one in your profession to share it with. Now you can go home to your husband or your wife or your kids or whoever, maybe talk about it. But it's kind of hard to explain, But if you talk to another Uber driver, we all understand. Like, oh, I understand. So I think with my channel, with the brand, which by the way, I have a YouTube channel, but you can find my content on X. You can find it on Spotify. It's not just YouTube. So if you can go look at it and find it elsewhere. YouTube, it just happened to be where it's really big, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Am I overthinking it? Am I overthinking that it's lonely? All right, Wayne Wayne Rooney. All right, nice, from Norway. I love helping others while helping myself. I'm single and can just drive. I know. It's such a good feeling, Roxy. I totally agree. Yeah, here in Syracuse, it's not a bad place with drivers. There's probably only like 300-400 drivers total, and I'd say 100 of us know each other. But we don't really see each other unless we make a point to see each other. It's not like walking into an office. I guess if you go to the airport waiting lot, there tends to be a couple drivers there. I think they met 10. That's right. They were going to tip you $10, not 1. You just got, or 1 penny. Yeah, Uber doesn't allow tips of a certain amount. Have you ever gotten 2 tips from a passenger? Sometimes when a passenger wants to tip me a lot of money, like I had a passenger tip me $140 on a really long Uber trip one time, but it came in 2 $70 increments. It's like they tipped me $70 and they tipped me $70 again. Like they tipped the max twice maybe. Man, today is an amazing day. It's like 60 degrees. Oh, Roxy, I bet you kill it in tips, Roxy. I'm happy if I get 1 out of 3 of my passengers to tip me. Let's see here. That was 15 of you out there. Tell me where you're at. So we got Norway, we've got San Antonio. So Roxy, if you drive in San Antonio, what other places can you drive? I wish I could get commercial insurance, Roxy. I literally cannot buy it here in the state of New York. There's no provider that'll do it. And then at the same time, if you do get a standalone policy with Uber here in the state of New York, they won't let you do Uber. You can only do commercial rides. You can only do private rides. I was going to set up a private business and do private rides. I literally can't unless I get 2 cars. And I don't want to have 2 cars doing it. I guess I have my Prius, but I don't want to get another Tesla. That's what I meant. Here in upstate New York, we don't have many days like this, where it's 65, sunny. It's either snowing. Yesterday was raining all day. It was almost snowing yesterday. Hey. See, I live in a little village in upstate New York where I can just wave at people on their porch, and everybody's really nice. I have a very pedestrian lifestyle. I walk everywhere, except for when I Uber drive. I can walk to church. My kids all walk to school. I can walk to the coffee shop, walk to the library, walk to the grocery store. So I do a lot of walking. Kind of cool. Let's see here. I rent a 2024 Tesla Model Y on Zevo. Have you heard of Zevo app? It's similar to Turo. No, I haven't heard anything about it. And you're allowed to do Uber with it? You're going to be 64? Roxy, you're just a little bit ahead of me. I'm 51, but I feel a lot older. You know why? This year I was out walking and I slipped on ice and I landed right on my back, and I haven't been the same since. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. Hi.
Hey.
Unlimited miles, 555 a week. All right. All right, there you go. So my daughter and her husband and my granddaughter, they live right down the street from me. I'm almost to my house. So a lot of times my granddaughter and they can just walk over to the house and get some cookies and stuff. It's kind of cool. But they're not home. Well, I thought I'd just jump on and say hello. I don't want to hold you guys up from your Sunday fun day. I hope that, I really do. I hope you guys make a lot of money. I really do. If you're a driver, I want you to get rich, even if it's possible or not. But more so, I want you to be safe. I want you to be healthy and happy. I want you to enjoy the ride. I hope you find a community, the way Roxy talks about a community. Let's see here. I want you to just enjoy it. Why do we tolerate Donald Trump? Well, tolerate every president. They come and go, man. You win some, you lose some. I think the key for most Americans is not let the government affect you that much. People that got tap around it too much. Adds way too much stress. You can go vote, and then after you vote, move on with your life for the next time you get to vote. And with that, I'll let you guys go. Hey, I'm cheering for you guys. Be well.